About a month ago, I had a big birthday. And, big birthdays are 21, 25, 50, and mine was unfortunately beyond that. So big birthdays make us think. I realized that I was a lot closer to the end than I was to the beginning. I came across a video many years ago that I showed to the Barnabas group, probably 12, 13 years ago, and I saw it again. I see it all the time. And I thought it'd be a good time to show that to make you feel as well as I did. So take a look.
I'm going to bring an illustration that, this is like the first illustration I did. It was 20 years ago, but I can't think of a better way to explain it. I actually didn't use a rope back then. I used remember computer paper when it was all stuck together? And it had the holes on the side that you had to peel off. Remember that? I remember getting a roll, and some of you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, which is crazy to me. But, because that was the best, and it never worked right because of the rolling things. But I remember being a youth pastor, and I put that computer paper all the way around the room, and, but I'm going to use a rope now because I can't find that computer paper. Imagine this rope, okay, pretend this rope just goes on forever, okay? Just imagination. Pretend it goes around the world a few times. It doesn't. It ends at the rock. But let's just imagine this thing goes on forever. Now imagine that this rope is a timeline of your existence. You just exist forever. You see this red part? This would represent your time on earth. You've got a few short years here on earth, and then you've got all of eternity somewhere else. This is your existence. And what blows me away is some of you, all you think about is this red part. It's all you think about. You're consumed with this. You go, oh man, I can't wait till here. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to save so I can really enjoy this part right here. And you're consumed with that, and you're thinking, oh man, am I going to get to travel? Am I going to eat well? Am I going to do this during this part? And I'm like, are you kidding me? What about this? What about this? What about all this stuff? It's crazy to me because the Bible teaches that what I do during this little red part determines how I'm going to exist for millions and millions and millions of years forever. And so why would I spend this little red part trying to make myself as comfortable as possible, enjoying myself as much as I can? Paul says, look, I'm going to live my life for this mission. I'm going to spend my life, invest my life for this moment when I cross that finish line. See, I'm going to forget about all this stuff I could enjoy, and I'm not going to look around. I'm going to be like a runner, just looking at that moment when I face God, because when I face Him, then I don't get this chance over again. We get one chance at this life on earth, and it can end at any second for any of us. We've got one chance at this, and then comes eternity. And I'm not going to be fooled. I'm not going to spend my life down here. See, people look at some of my decisions and go, oh, you're so stupid because that's going to really affect this. I go, no, you're stupid, because it's going to affect all of this. Man, I'm serious. I look at the way people live, and I go, wow, that is so crazy. You are so crazy. You're going to do that right now, just to enjoy right now, not even knowing if you have tomorrow, and you think that's smart and that I'm dumb? It doesn't make any sense. Paul goes, I'm not going to look around at all this stuff. And it's tempting. It's tempting to all of us. That's what I'm saying. Down here, it's crazy because everyone lives that way. Everyone lives for the red part. No one's thinking about the millions of years afterwards. It's just this crazy deception that we can't get out of our minds. And Paul goes, I'm not doing that. He goes, I keep my eyes on that. I keep my eyes on that finish line, and I'm going to forget what's behind me. I'm not looking around. I'm straining. He goes, I'm straining forward. I'm like stretching forward for that mark. I'm going to pass this thing. I'm going to live this out, and I'm going to face Him. I'm going to come before the judges, and He's going to hand me that trophy. He goes, I'm going to get it. And I haven't gotten there yet. He goes, but you better believe I'm using every muscle, exerting every bit about me, because I'm going to pass that line well.
Well, we know we don't get to heaven by doing the right stuff. We get there because we have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ, and He paid the price for us. Today, any good thing that we do, we're compelled because he is in us. Well, I need reminders. So I have things that pop up on my computer to remind me, probably on a daily basis of things I need to be thinking about, things I need to be doing. One of the things that pops up every Monday, Bob Shank wrote, and it's his values for his family, based on eternity, calling, and stewardship. So I want to share these with you so that you can feel as guilty as I do. What are the values you've lifted from your faith experience that will be actively transferred to your children? Bob Shank's top 3. The perspective of eternity. Everything we do in this life must be considered in the view of its impact on eternity. Short-term thinking and actions are at the risk of tragic consequences. Second thing is the priority of calling. The what am I here for? The question is powerful. Seeking an answer from anyone but God is dangerous. We're here for a purpose by His design. Our job is to do it. The practice of stewardship. After personal redemption, the agenda of life is discipleship, growing up to spiritual maturity, followed by stewardship, using everything, that's everything, all of our talents that we have been given to us by God to produce fruit that will last forever. Every calling is deemed a trust conferred by God. Well, my Saturday reminder is just as cheery, and that's from John White when he asked, "Heaven, is it real?" And he observed, "Is it want of faith that makes us opt for earthly rather than heavenly treasure? If we believed in celestial treasures, who among us would be so stupid as to buy gold? We just do not believe. Heaven is a dream, a religious fantasy which we affirm because we are orthodox. If people believed in heaven, they would spend their time preparing for permanent residence there, but nobody does." I know I'm guilty of not focusing enough, and it's easy to forget these things in the world that we live in, but the Barnabas Group is one of the things that helps me focus. And you're here today because you want to focus. And I hope that today, by hearing these different ministries and what God is doing through you, that it's an encouragement to you, that it helps you focus on what's going on. We've been stuck in COVID for a long time, and it's good to be out. If you're a guest here today, would you turn to the very last page in that handout for me? You're going to find an application there for the Barnabas Group. I pray that you would fill that out, that you would give it to Susie before you leave, and that you would join the Barnabas Group and be a partner in the Barnabas Group for a long time to come, for next year and for years beyond. But be part of this group. We don't just do 4 meetings a year. We have dinners, we have breakfast. When we eat so much, I'm surprised I don't weigh 400 pounds. So join us and be encouraged and be pushed to be all that you can be for the kingdom. If you're already a Barnabas Group partner, would you turn to that page as well? I want to ask you a favor. I want you to take the back page, which is blank, and write your name on it, and then tell me, are you in for 2021? Are you in for 2021? Let us know, because this is a time that we renew, and we want to make sure that people are in, because we've got a budget to prepare for next year, and we want to make sure that we are going to go full speed ahead and bless as many in the kingdom as we possibly can. So there's a box out front. We have actually our own tray this time, so drop that in the tray as you leave today. Thank you very, very much.